Hey everyone, Ryan March with Disney Files Magazine, and for today's episode of Disney Drop-In, we're going to do something really cool. I'm in a different spot. I'm about 3,000 miles from home. I'm dressed a little differently than I normally do. We are going behind the scenes at Disneyland Resort with our friends at Walt Disney Imagineering to check in on the progress of the villas at Disneyland Hotel. We're going to meet a couple members of the construction management team. We're going to meet an interior designer. We're going to see where the project's at and where it's going. I can't wait. Follow me. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi, Stephanie.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi, Ryan. Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you? I see we shop at the same fashion store.
Yes, you look very
Your hats
good.
are a little fancier than mine. So this is so cool. This is like a hotel deconstructed. What is this we're seeing?
So this is our exterior mock-up that we do for our project. And the idea basically behind it is that we take different components of the building, different adjacencies of materials and finishes that are all coming together, and we build it in a kind of a controlled environment. It gives us a great chance to really work out those details, because once we get into production, it's at a very rapid pace of putting work in place. And so we don't have the time to stop, work out a detail, and then begin work again.
Yeah, speaking of details, I see those color bars going up the tower. I'm guessing those are the ones we see running up the side of the tower, sort of the color scripting of Disney animated films, is that right?
Yeah, spot on. So this is actually just a small condensed version of what you'll see in the renderings that actually start on the lower level and go all the way up to the top of the building that tell those special animation stories.
All right, well, I can't wait to see the site. Can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Are we walking or?
Yeah, we're gonna jump in these golf carts.
In style. All right, I'll follow you.
Thank you.
This is cool.
Yeah, taking you down a typical corridor that we have in the tower. It's a 12-story tower, and so we're on floor number 3. You can kind of see the unfinished condition that we're in right now, where we are just finishing the drywall process, and soon we'll be installing finishes. Some millwork and carpet, wall covering and paint and decorative sconces will all be going within the space.
This is a cool design, how it's arched on one side, squared off on the other, and then it switches every other. It creates a pretty cool effect.
Trying to break up the eye a little bit so you don't have just that continuous long corridor that's the same repeating conditions.
And it makes it a little bit more of a fun experience since this is a DVC tower.
We're coming into a room that's in its early stages of finishes being installed. We have case goods that are affixed to walls. We have built-in cabinetry that has plumbing and electrical that's tied into the case good itself. And so you'll see a lot of protection in place right now, since we are still in the course of construction, protecting those flooring finishes, tile work that's in place, and again, all the case goods and millwork that are attached to the walls in this current state. Now we're entering into the hotel guest entry experience.
So this would be the lobby.
Correct.
Right. And I'm guessing it will not have this
In simple
industrial
terms.
vibe.
In simple terms, it's the lobby.
Very industrial now. Can you help us get a sense of what this will look like visually eventually?
Oh, you can't tell from what you're seeing right now? This is a little rough, isn't it?
It's a vibe.
Yeah, we use this as our staging area as we're working through the course of construction. This is the last space that we fit out as far as finishes. We work our way down the tower and leave from here from a construction standpoint. And obviously this is going to be an amazing lobby experience for our guests.
Yeah, absolutely. 180 from what it's looking like right now. We have some really beautiful finishes in this space. Kind of imagine a seating area over here, and then kind of on this curved wall that you see behind us is a future custom artwork piece from Walt Disney Animation Studios.
I've been hearing a lot about this piece. I was actually at Walt Disney Animation Studios yesterday. They are very excited about this.
We're very excited for it too. It's going to be the masterpiece of the lobby.
And as we flow through here, so now I see some of the outdoor spaces, and this is what, the pool bar
Yes,
area?
yeah, we have our community hall off to the right of us here. And if you make your way out through the breezeway entrance or exit out into our breezeway space, you make your way to the pool bar itself.
Any chance we can get a peek at that breezeway?
Yeah, let's go.
Great.
Okay, we've made our way out into the breezeway. This is a covered
cool.
space that we have that basically ties in the new tower to the existing resort and the Disneyland Hotel itself. So again, our guests will have direct access to the monorail pool and the water slides that we have part of the existing property, into a breezeway that's going to be filled with outdoor seating. Live entertainment will be capable within this space. And again, the pool bar that we have that's all connected and a part of this overall outdoor experience.
I love this spot. This is the first time I feel like I've had a sense of where I am. Looking out at the monorail slide, past that I can see the tiki torches of Trader Sam's. This is a really cool location.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of cool things, we have some really interesting planters and some beautiful stone that's going to wrap around these columns here and really, again, bring that kind of special vibe to the new tower while still being able to kind of, like Chris was saying, be able to view the existing property.
All right, so where are we finishing up? Where are we now?
So now we're outside, right?
I can tell.
So we're actually standing outside of what will become our garden units, which are a mixture of pod and studio type units, same as what you see inside the tower. But these are actually going to be right next to our future pool. They have beautiful balconies, some beautiful landscaping. You'll kind of notice behind us this bridge right here will actually connect them to the tower, so you have that continuity between the two of them, and yeah, we're very excited for them.
Thank you both so much. I know there is so much more work to be done in a short amount of time to do it, and I can't thank you enough for taking this time to show us around. I'm so excited to see this come together.
Yeah, it was great to have you. Thank you, Ryan.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. I understand you want me to go one more place though before I leave?
Yes, we're going to send you off to meet up with Ann Miller. She's at our model room location, and she's going to walk you through all of the finishes and the amazing story that comes with these guest rooms.
And that's not here on the site, right? I got to go to some secret place?
It's a very, very secret place, so we'll blindfold you and send you off on your way.
Sounds good. What could go wrong? Thank you both again.
Thank you.
Again, Ryan.
Hi, Ann. I'm Ryan.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm so glad you found us.
I know this is quite the place. We are clearly not in an actual hotel. What is this place?
This is our model room for the villas at Disneyland Hotel, and we build these during our design phase, during the schematic design, really, and to really get the design and the story right before we repeat it over and over again in the multiple rooms. So we use this as a buy-off for creative teams. We use this as an ongoing mock-up to test things like lighting and artwork and carpet design. So it's our tool. We usually mock up our room that is the biggest multiplier. So that is our studio room. For DVC members, it sleeps 4. And in this unit, when the beds are down, obviously it's 2 queen beds, and we'll show you what it looks like when this is pulled up. It's a nice sofa, more like a suite that you can sit and have your meals, you know, in the kitchenette, which is in all of the DVC studios. It makes a really nice sitting area that the guests don't have to sit on beds.
Yeah. So the first thing that jumps out to me is this Sleeping Beauty artwork, and you see sort of the style of Ivan Earl with a little bit of Mary Blair. Like, this is really a tribute to the legends of Disney animation.
This is a tribute. We really wanted to use modern day artists that were influenced by these wonderful Disney artists. So this was a montage of several different Sleeping Beauty pieces.
A few things I really appreciate looking at this. One, you didn't crop in clean on the colored image. You left the feathered edges, and you see the kind of representation of the holes from the old animators' desks.
Yep, we're telling the process. We're telling the story of how these classics came about. So that was a really key moment in our storytelling, that we're showing these little hidden moments. So good eye.
And this is stunning, this light box.
This is a moment here. So when the guests walk in the room, it'll actually be off. And you see the outline of a castle. This is the pre-production Sleeping Beauty castle. So this was not the one that was in the feature, but since we're talking process, we're showing a lot of could-haves from that day. And then when the guest turns the light switch on, you really see the full moment.
And the colors are obviously, nothing is by accident. These colors are very purposefully chosen. Can you talk a little bit about color scripts and the role those
Yes.
play throughout the design of the villas?
So this is something that the guests will be able to see throughout our resort, and the color scripts are a big key. Color maps, some people call, where each scene has a series of color bars on the side, and we were really focusing on that in all of our stories of the different colors that we're creating these masterpieces.
And I noticed the view from the bed is equally cool. You've got these art gallery walls.
We do. We will have a gallery wall. These are, again, showing the whole process. So we'll have a pencil sketch, we'll have a color, and then we'll have the final piece. These aren't the actual pieces that are going to be in the room. That'll be a surprise. They'll be a little bit larger, be able to tell that whole story a little bit better.
It's such a cool way to celebrate not just the art, but the artists. You've left the human touch in all of these pieces,
Yeah.
which I think
Very
is
intentional.
very thoughtful. And then the texture on this wall. This is very Mary Blair, early Disneyland textural.
Yeah,
I love this
we
treatment.
really wanted to have some secondary moments that you wouldn't always note right when you walked in the room, but like, oh, look at this symbol. And these are all from Sleeping Beauty, actually. So each room that you go in, whether it's the Jungle Book story, whether it's Princess and the Frog or Fantasia, these symbols will change. So everything will look the same, but the symbols will change and all nod back to the movie.
Now, I understand that there's even art hidden in closets in
There
this place.
is some little art piece as you open the door. The guests slide open the door here, and there'll be a hidden moment of a cape hanging. This is a smaller version. It'll be a much larger version
That's
in
so
reality,
cool.
but that shows some characters and a fun little moment for the kids.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite part of the process? Do you like getting to the finish line and seeing guest reactions, or do you
I
find
like the
yourself...
beginning. I like the
Really?
concept phase, personally. I think it's so fun to dive into our stories and figure out what direction they're going to take. It always takes a while, but it's just so much fun researching all of that. So yeah, this is our studio bathroom here, and we have a few story moments to point out at each of the mirrors. We continued that thought of the arch. We keep reiterating that throughout the project, and we have the fairies in flight on this mirror. And then as we change stories, obviously you'll see little hidden art moments at those mirrors.
So I love this effect here. So I'm looking in the mirror, and my background is literally background art from Disney Animation. So this is...
That is correct. This is from our research library, and this is an Ivan Earl background from Sleeping Beauty.
His
Very
style
famous
is
shot.
so instantly distinctive.
Yes, it is. Beautiful colors. We loved being able to use that here.
And then in the shower, so these are the same kind of color script ideas, right?
These are the same color script ideas. Yeah, these are all from Sleeping Beauty, all of these colors, and that'll change depending on the room type that you get here.
So we see it above the bed, in the shower, even the exterior of the tower follows that color script
Yep.
idea. It's so thoughtful and cool. Well, Anne, I can't thank you enough. I know opening day is coming fast. There's still so much work to do, but we are deeply appreciative of you taking the time. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for dropping in.
Of course.